everyone, and welcome back to another episode of The Business Coach with Dan Olsen, Marjorie Roman here, and I am so glad to have my mentor, our mentor, Dan Olsen. Thank you for coming today.
Oh, thank you so much.
And today we're going to be celebrating. It's a super special episode today because we are on our episode 50th. Can you believe it, Dan?
No way. Is it 50 already? We've been having so much fun on doing these over the past little bit, and I never dreamed I could get to 50 podcasts. And it's thankful to you, Marjorie, for all your great help and support on these. I could never do this without you and your team behind this, so thank you so much. But most of all, thank you for listening and watching. I truly appreciate you and your support. I know there's some of these videos and things that have just gone wild. I mean, we've got quite a few views on some of them, and that's because of your interest in what we're doing here. Because I want to tell you something. The biggest and the best paycheck I could ever have is to help you succeed. I love to see your success, and my team and I are geared to make sure that you succeed. And that's the most important thing and best thing we could ever do, is to see you succeed. Start a business, get the cash flow coming on, having the freedom for your family, achieving your goals. That's really what sets us apart, is to be able to help people like you. So I'm grateful that you're listening today, and grateful that you see the interest in what we're trying to do for you. Thank you.
No, and thank you to our audience. You guys are truly our motivation for us to keep doing these podcasts, to give you the education that you need to achieve your dreams through your own business. So speaking of business, Dan, tell us, why did you decide to choose businesses instead of all the many other streams of income? Because there's real estate, there's also commercial, there's stocks, so people buy gold. I don't know. But why did you decide to go on the business world?
Well, I just had a passion for it. Even when I was little, you start talking about lemonade stands. I didn't have a lemonade stand when I was younger, but when I was 9 and I was 10, I had a pet shop. So I would go out and find little snakes and frogs and goldfish and whatever around the town that I grew up, down by Las Vegas. And so I sold pets, and that's what I enjoyed. That I enjoyed being in business for myself. I enjoyed the mechanics. Always have, for some reason, just have it in my mind. But as you grow up, you think about going to school and getting the degree, and I started thinking about that, and that clouded my vision. But I was quickly able to get back on the right track and start building business. But you start, why have I chose business is the question. I'm getting there. But and why have I chose the businesses that I've been into? You know what? I've done most of it. I mean, I've invested in residential real estate. I didn't like being a landlord. I've enjoyed doing commercial real estate because that has housed the businesses that I've been into. So why not own the building where my businesses are, and why pay someone else rent? So that was my idea there. So commercial real estate's been good, but that's still, when you look at real estate, it's a business anyway, profit and loss, building the equity. But I've done all kinds of different things. The network marketing, I've done the direct sales, I've done direct marketing, I've done mail order, I've owned retail stores. But it wasn't until I got to the franchise level that it really took off, because I had mentors and I had a success rate that's unparalleled, and I had people that cared about us and how we succeeded. And that's all I want to do, is give that back, because we care about you and how you succeed. And that could be in the form of a franchise, it could be in the form of another type of business, but we care about coaching you and advising you so that you can also have that same success. But you know what? You don't have to go through the headaches and the heartaches and the blood, sweat, and tears that I had to go through. We can shortcut all that. We can eliminate most of that. I'm not going to say it's not going to be there in a business, because there will be some times when it's challenging, but that's the way you grow, right? So, but the idea here is to find something where you can succeed, because you have all that support and the help and the system and everything else to follow, and that's what we help you do, so that you don't have to go through all those mistakes that I made. And I'm grateful for those mistakes because it got me where I am today, and it has got me a lot of other people on where they are today too.
That's right. And please tell us, what are some of the things that you got by owning a franchise? Like, I mean, what are some of the freedoms that you got from owning these businesses?
Oh, that's a great question. It's given me complete freedom and to do what I want to do in life. Sure, there's things I don't care about doing, but there's things I want to do to help others, of course. But it's allowed my family and I to have whatever freedom we wanted to do. I mean, growing up, they got to go on all kinds of trips to Latin America and to Hawaii and to, you name it, places united. Then, of course, there's the Disneylands and the Disney Worlds and all those kinds of things. We got to do that anytime we wanted, and we got to take the time to do it. We built those memories. So when you think about when we leave this earth, what are we taking with us? We're taking memories. So why would you not want to build as many memories as you can now? Because those are things that we'll always remember forever. So in my mind, I want to create memories for my family, still do. And so I take advantage as much as that as I can, but yet I still have me that I want to be I want to live a satisfied and happy life. And I could be out there playing golf for 4 hours, or I could be out doing whatever, but I'd rather spend 2 to 3 hours on a business project. That's what turns me on. And then as I get to do that with others, then I get to pass on some new ideas and new programs, new things that we found. And we're always finding new things. Every week, we have several new business opportunities that come to us. And we get to pick and choose which one will fit best. And so we get to pass those on to you of some of the latest and greatest things that are working very well, very, very well in other people's lives.
That's right. And I feel like you've been helping so many of your students to achieve the success tailored to what they were actually looking for in life, because everyone has different goals. You guys in our audience, you guys also have different goals. You're looking for different things, and you have a different mission and principles. But the cool thing about being in a franchise system is that all of these systems are tailored to you. So can you share some of the stories from one of your students who opened a franchise?
Yeah, I was in Arizona the other day, and actually, what's really nice is I can drive by places in Arizona and other states, and I have a story behind every place, because now there's awesome. Hundreds and hundreds of them, or even thousands of locations. And it doesn't necessarily, it can be working out of your home. I have people still working out of their home, operating their business. But when I drive by a location like I did the other day in Arizona, it just brought back the memories. Here was a lady who was a bank employee, and you're thinking, you don't make a lot of money when you're working for a bank. Big high-level bankers, yeah, maybe they do, but you're an employee, you're not making a lot of money. And yet this lady, and she was married, and she had a family, she wanted something better for her life. She wanted to not just continue to work at the bank for the rest of her life, and who knows what would happen with that bank. The bank is still around, actually. So we had the chance to meet, and I started to coach her on different opportunities. And she decided she wanted to acquire a franchise. That was her best, because she was used to the corporate life, corporate telling her what to do, not telling her what to do, but at least had the system in place. Right. But although corporate did tell her what to do, but she wanted something where she was not told what to do, that she could be able to tell herself what to do working within the system. So we found her a nice little hair salon franchise. Now, who in the right mind would wake up in the morning and say, and especially if they're not a hairstylist, and say, hey, I'm going to go buy a hair salon business today, or start a hair salon business? You don't wake up thinking that, typically. So I started advising her, here's why this might work for you, because you can keep your job, keep working at the bank, and you've got a little bit of money saved away here. We can take some of that, leverage that, get you a loan over the SBA, and now you can start your hair salon business, keep working your job, and see this as an investment. And another reason for your first question too, is what I passed on to her. The reason why I like franchises is because versus real estate or versus anything else, guess what? You get cash flow coming in. It's a bigger cash flow, usually, depending on the franchise. than going in and investing in real estate. How much margin can you make off your rent? Hopefully you get positive cash flow of your house. Hopefully it's there. And then you end up selling it for capital gains down the road. That's fine. But with a franchise or you're starting a business, you got cash flow hopefully now. You can enjoy that now. And guess what? You still have the equity down the road.
That's right.
So you can sell it down the road too, and you don't have to wait. But so you got an exit strategy. So that's one of the things I was pointing out to her. And she liked that idea. So she invested. We helped her get in every step of the way. She opened up her doors, and she actually put some of her family to work in her business as well after hours. So they started learning how to be around a business and how to see the actual structure of a business. She grew up, her family grew up doing that. So this was, as I was driving down this location, this is 20 years ago when this happened. It's still there. Wow. And she's still doing well. And she's built several locations. So what she was able to do is now got this one started over here. Now guess what happens when she finds another location? She can leverage that much better. In this case, she was able to get about 95% of the funding from the SBA to open her second one. So she opened up her second and third and fourth. She didn't need a lot of capital again to do that because the funding came from the SBA. Now she's got her little mini empire, and it's after her second location, she says, "Goodbye, bank. I don't need you anymore. And I have my little investments over here." But she was still only part-time. It's not like she was full-time in the investment, but she could say goodbye to the bank and start bringing in more businesses and things that she wanted to do. And I was so happy after 20 years to drive down that road and see that location still succeeding. People almost lined up the door to go into that location, and so happy for her and her family.
That's right, and that's definitely the best paycheck. I truly appreciate how much you have helped us as our mentor within the business world, because we truly see that you and your team, you do care about us. And to our audience out there, look for an advisor that truly cares about you as a person, not just like, oh yeah, one more number that I'm going to bring into the queue, but as a person, as someone that has goals and wants to achieve them. Look for an advisor that truly cares about that, and you're going to find the best business model for you to be able to achieve all the goals that you've got, and for you to be able to truly succeed on what you are looking for. So you can have all the many beautiful experiences and memories with your family. Thank you so much again, Dan. And thank you to our audience. Thank you so much for being with us. 50th episode.
Wow, 50 times we've done this. I hope we get to do this 500 times. Marjorie,
will do.
I want to thank you again. You are so good to me and take care of what we're doing here. And I know that you care about what these people hear, and the research that you've done in preparing for this has just been phenomenal. So I'm grateful for your guidance and the team that you have behind you. Thank you.
And I am grateful to you, Dan, and to our audience. First of all, Dan, thank you so much for teaching us all of these beautiful golden nuggets about franchises. I feel like I am ready to start my very own business, and I feel like our audience is ready as well. So go out there, look for your mission first, and then find a business that is going to be aligned to that mission, and you will achieve the success and the lifestyle and all the many beautiful opportunities to serve others that you're looking for. We're going to see you on the next episode, and thank you again, Dan. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Thank you.